Hi everyone, it's Catherine. I'm about to jump on a call with my friend Jen Vincent, who is going to share with us about trying to free write at home. So let's go ahead and jump on the call. Hey Jen, thanks so much for being here. So you've been saying that you free write a lot at home and I don't. So can you share a little bit about why you free write and why that means a lot to you?
When you're hit with a strong emotion, and right now we have lots of emotions going
Yeah.
on, it's important, I think, to write about those emotions as a way to process them, to let them out, to think about them. So if you're struck with an emotion, I think that's something worth writing about. I really believe that everybody matters and your story matters, and it's important to write our stories down. And the more we write them down, the more we can think about our stories, understand them, and understand ourselves better, and think about our choices so that we are living in line with our truest selves. I look for moments and I pay attention to moments and I think about the emotions that pop up in my life. And then those become things that I feel like I need to write about. And I actually just had a moment this week come up, and we were just out for a walk. I wasn't really
Yeah.
thinking about about this or
Right.
contemplating my life as a mother, but all of a sudden I saw his socks, and then that hit me, that I was like, oh, that feeling came back of feeling like I was letting my mom down for not having the same matching socks for him, and making sure that that was something that was important to me. And that emotion was so strong in this idea of like not feeling like enough as a mother, that I felt drawn to remember to come back and write it down. So when I got home, I wrote about it, and I wrote about some other things that came up in terms of like myself as a mom and what I think is important, and knowing that I've learned a lot of things from my mom, but there are also things that I want to do differently as I come into my own.
That's awesome. I like that you are talking about writing for no one but yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because writing for me sometimes I don't, unless I'm like, oh, I know this audience is going to be interested in hearing about this. And if not, why would I write it? Because it's in my head already. Like, I already know this stuff. Why would I need to actually write it out?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I never thought my personal emotions in my personal life is what could motivate me to become a writer, and that writing would be a way to help me with all of that. So Jen, can you share with everyone who is watching what might be some really easy, tangible tips that you could give us for us to try tomorrow?
Yes. Okay. So when you are ready to free write, here's what I suggest. So you got to have that mindset, right? And know that your stories matter, you matter, it's important, it's worth writing it down. You're doing it, like, again, for yourself, just because you want to take care of yourself.
Okay.
Another tip is to have a place where you are writing your things down. So I have an awesome notebook. Once you get more into writing, you'll find different notebooks that you like, but you could also do it on your phone, on your computer. Just find a place where you're going to capture your writing. You're going to set a timer, and I would start small, but then you can add as you go. So maybe like 1 or 2 minutes to start, and then see if you grow to like 5 or 10 minutes over time.
Okay.
Set your timer. And then I have 4 rules for you. So the first rule is to focus on your ideas. So we're not going to worry about spelling, capitalization, punctuation, any of that. There's no English teacher who's coming through with a red pen. So you're just going to focus on whatever ideas come to mind. It could just be random thoughts, ideas, just getting it all out. You're just basically unlocking your brain and letting it fall out. The second one is to keep your hand moving. So you're just going to keep writing. And that means if you feel like you're stuck, you can just say, I'm stuck. I don't know what to write. This is kind of silly, but I'm just going to keep going. And then maybe you come up with an idea. So you just keep writing anything. You just keep your hand moving and let whatever comes out. And then usually after you write, if you get lost for a little bit, you'll come up with something as you keep going. The third one is to let your ideas flow. So if you start talking about yesterday, something that happened, and then you're excited about something else that's coming up, and then you remember, oh yeah, but I'm bummed out because this, like, you just let your ideas flow, let your brain take you wherever you take you. And then the last one is to be brave. So for some people, it's hard to face a blank page. Like, you feel stuck, you don't know what to write, or you don't know what emotions are going to come out or what stories you have in you. And so sometimes it's not easy to face that blank page. For me, I feel like a lot of self-doubt comes in more than anything else, that I think, I don't know what I'm going to write, or is it going to be good? And that's something that comes up when I write. So here's what I do is I look at the blank page in front of me and I say, bring it on, blank page. And again, that mindset of like, I can do this, I can handle it, not afraid of the blank page, I'm going to do it. So I say that to myself, bring it on, blank page. Then I set my timer and I write. When it's done, I take a deep breath. And usually by the end, I'm like, oh, I feel so much better now because I've got some ideas. I pause and I say, I can write. I'm a writer. The proof is on the page. And that's my little celebration. It helps me feel like, okay, I accomplished something. I did something. And to help me know that, I mean, even if I did just write about the fact that my bananas are almost ripe and I really should go make banana bread, like that, I mean, like that's at least something that's been written and I can celebrate that. But usually lots of good ideas and thoughts come out, and you'll be surprised what you come up with when you just start to free write a lot.
You know, if my therapist was here to hear that part, she calls that part giving yourself compassion. Where when you like give yourself compassion at the end, then you feel comfortable with whatever you are writing and it gives you some peace.
Not everybody thinks of themselves as a writer, but I really feel like, you know, if you write something down, guess what? You're a writer, it counts. And again, like your story matters, you know? So little by little, you keep adding stuff up and all of a sudden you're living the life of a writer, which is pretty cool.
Yay. Thank you so much for being here and sharing
Right.
and pouring like everything out. And so before we go, your small business called Story Exploratory is incredible. You have a website, you have online workshops. Where can people find you online? And do you have like a workshop coming up?
Yes, I'm online at storyexploratory.com. You can find me on Instagram at Story Exploratory and also on Facebook. And right now we're doing monthly workshops via Zoom. So the next one is Saturday, May 16th. And it is 10 to 12 Eastern time. I love our monthly sessions. I feel like we all come together and we get to share stories, we learn strategies, and like we talked about, mining our stories to find things to write about, and it's just really awesome. I also offer
the topic? What's the topic in May about?
Okay, so May is called Kikiriki, Rise and Shine. So in Spanish, that's how we like make the rooster, the sound of a rooster.
Oh, love.
It talks about like this, our internal compass. So again, finding who you are truly on the inside without all the other external things that you are bombarded with. So to just hold on to your true north and time to recenter and think about what stories you have.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much again for being here. It is just so nice to have somebody else with tips for people to share, and it's not me. So thank you so much.
I love your ideas. We've made a puzzle and I practiced the apple clips. So yeah, I love all the ideas you share. So thank you so much for having me and letting me talk about how writing can be a fun thing.
Yeah, appreciate it.